Everybody, thanks for checking out the channel. I'm Dave with Armistice Reviews, and today we're going to be checking out the IWI Tavor TS12 Shotgun. Alright, so this thing is massive, in my opinion. So IWI is well known for the Tavor rifle, the IWI Masada, and now the TS12, along with some other firearms. They make quite a few, but those are kind of, the Tavor and the Masada are kind of the ones, in my opinion, they're kind of more well known for. So they came out with this TS12, it's a bullpup semi-automatic 12 gauge shotgun. You have these magazine tubes here, and I've checked this, it is unloaded already, but these down here, this is the magazine tube, and there are 3 of them. So right now there's one up here, one on the side, and one on the other side. Down here is the like release for the magazine tubes. You push it in toward like the barrel, and then you can rotate it, and it locks in. So you can just keep rotating through them. And if this was loaded, which I'm not going to do because obviously I'm not in a safe environment to do that, but let's say you bam bam bam, you're out, tube's empty, you want to reload. So the bolt back here will be locked back. You push the release in, turn the tube, and as soon as this new tube that's loaded locks into place like that, it automatically ejects, or I'm sorry, inserts an unspent shot shell into the chamber and closes the bolt. So it kind of automatically loads for you. I mean, it does in a sense. Like, all you have to do is rotate that, boom, it loads. So it's kind of neat. It's pretty cool. So there's some instances where I just unloaded, just bam, 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 switch, bam, 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 switch. I didn't have to manipulate the bolt at all. Each tube holds 5 rounds of 12 gauge shotgun, 2 3/4. If you have 3-inch long shells, I believe it holds 4 per tube. So you have the potential to hold up to 15 rounds of 12 gauge, plus one in the chamber if you so choose, with this thing, which is pretty cool. And then on both sides here, right here, there is a way to set the shotgun to feed high brass or low brass reliably. So if I remember correctly, I've only put a few shots through this so far, but you can pull out the charging handle, and then you can use it to set the gas to high or low. And you can just pop in the charging handle back in, and be good to go. So you can set it to more reliably feed one or the other. So I actually haven't shot this yet without the salvo. I took it out, put about a box or 2 of 12 gauge through this with only the salvo on. So I'm going to take it out again without the salvo, probably maybe a little bit of both, and try it out, see how it feels. The issue I really ran into when I was testing it out that I remember is that sometimes it was kind of hard to push the tube release in to switch to a different tube. It might just be dirty. I'll take a look at that and see, but so like I said before, it's bullpup design. So you got the stock back here, and then the ejection port, the bolt is back here a little bit behind the trigger. It's kind of got an angle trigger here. It's a big old integrated trigger guard. It's pretty cool design. It's just, it is a little bulky. Okay, so one thing to note, you can see here the bolt is held open. The bolt release is actually a button right here, so you can push that. It's kind of hard from this angle, and that will release the bolt. So if for whatever reason you need to do that, that's where that button is. And then if you needed to eject shells out of the tube that's fed, there's little buttons right here on both sides of the stock that you push, and it releases one shell, and there's a little hook right here, that a little ledge, maybe not hook, but a little ledge right here that will capture the shell. So you can unload one at a time, push the button, catches it, pull it out, push the button, catch it, if you want to do it that way. So it's kind of nice. So it's also, this little catch right here is especially nice if you're loading around, maybe you're on the 5th round in that tube and it doesn't quite go in enough to lock in the tube and it pops out, it catches on that little catch there. And then you don't have to fly, it doesn't fly out, you have to go chase it, anything like that. So that's kind of neat. The grip rate up front, which is also, again, the tube magazines, is actually pretty comfortable. I mean, is it the most ergonomic thing? No, but it's really not bad. Like, my hand fits it pretty decently. They do say to use ammo that is rated for at least 1,200 feet per second velocity, and I think it was 1/8 ounce loads. So keep that in mind. I don't remember having any problems. Again, though, I'm running a salvo, semi-automatic, so that kind of typically helps with back pressure to kind of help like reliability of cycling, as long as it's not too overgas. Sometimes that can cause issues, but and it's been set. I didn't change the setting. It was set for low brass, not high brass, so it ran pretty well with just the shell target loads that I used. I'm going to test some more loads out this weekend. And then for the choke, it does obviously take a choke because there's a salvo on here, and it takes Benelli choke threads. Overall, it's a neat shotgun. It's a little expensive. I think it's around $1,200 MSRP. I'll put a price here after I double check. I'm pretty sure it's about $1,200. So I mean, if you're looking for something like this, it's pretty neat. It's a very neat, unique design. It just may not be for everybody. So I'm going to take this out again, probably this weekend, without the salvo on it, and probably with the salvo again. Kind of get my final thoughts. I didn't get a chance to try it out super well last time I went out, to see how it does. So you guys will see that again here in a second. One other thing to note that I forgot to mention is it has an 18.5-inch barrel, which is the standard length, the standard shortest length that most companies go with before they get into the SBR route. I'm sorry, the SBS route. The overall length is 28.34 inches. And then another note to make is that this only comes in black currently. That might change down the road. I'm going to take this out to the range, and yep, we'll be back probably in a minute after we've taken it out again and had some final shots. Probably put in some clips there of me shooting this some more. So enjoy, and we'll probably be back. Stuff that worked was low brass, worked fine. 3-inch was high brass, didn't work. Gas system right here. Pull the charging handle out, adjust at the high brass. Charging handle back in. Nope. So we are back from the range. I got to test out the Tavor TS12 by IWI a little bit more. I tested out about four different types of ammo through this. I shot it unsuppressed on the L and H settings, and 2 3/4. I only had one type of 2 3/4 with me. It was Federal. You'll see it on the screen. That ran fine, flawless, no problems. However, the other types of ammo I had were all 3-inch, and they pretty much all jammed whether it was the L setting or the H setting, unsuppressed. It just didn't like it for some reason, and it's designed to be able to be shot with 3-inch shells, and the velocity met the minimum, and there are a couple of them that were under the weight, like the one, I think it's 1 1/8, but there were others that were above it, and it still just wouldn't function unsuppressed with 3-inch shells. Once I threw the suppressor, the Silenceco Salvo 12 on there, it ran great. It was pretty much flawless from what I remember. So I'm not really sure. Again, this is not my shotgun. This was lent to me to do a video on. This was not brand new out of the box or freshly cleaned. So I don't know what's been through. The only thing I could think of is that maybe it's a little dirty. But you know, this is made by IWI. They make, as far as my understanding is, I could be wrong, but as far as my understanding is, IWI makes weapons for their military and police. So, and I mean, Israel is a fairly, you know, dusty kind of climate. So I can't imagine that these are not designed and tested to run in dry, dusty conditions. So I'm not sure why it did not run the 3-inch shells unsuppressed very well. I don't know. It obviously can function. It's not like it was put together wrong. It just didn't like those shells for some reason. So anyway, it's a cool design. If this is something you're looking for, something you really want, I think you'll like it as long as yours works with the ammo you're going to shoot. And it should. I think I'm an unfortunate one, an unfortunate few that maybe didn't have quite the reliability that they would expect. Maybe if I stripped it down, cleaned it, oiled it, took it out again, maybe it'd function flawlessly. I don't know. I need to return this, so I don't have an opportunity to do that. So kind of is what it is. Sometimes you only get one chance, that one first impression. That's my experience. Take it for what you will. But anyway, that is my experience with the IWI Tavor TS12 Shotgun. Take it for what you will. Love it, hate it. It's up to you. If you guys found this helpful, all the likes really help the channel. Subscribing helps. You know, the channel is going to keep thriving. It's going to keep producing more content. So if you guys want to see future stuff, check those out. Check out the social media pages and the links down in the description below. That helps out as well, just to see interaction and get some hype for new products, things like that. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was helpful, and take care.